There's a scripture, Joel chapter 2, verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit on all flesh, not just the ones who showed up on time, not just the ones who had it all together. Every broken piece, every hopeful piece, every piece that showed up late with his hood up, not even sure why it came. Your sons and daughters shall prophesy. A 14-year-old boy who had been running from his future. A 12-year-old girl who had been watching and finally found her moment. A woman in a purple cap who came back home and turned her testimony into a song. The whole gardens couldn't stop humming. And two girls, 11 and 12 years old, who prophesied the only way they knew how, with everything they had in front of everybody without apology. Sometimes prophecy looks like preaching. Sometimes it looks like a dance circle that stops the whole courtyard. You old man shall dream dreams. There is a bench in the middle of the gardens. One man had been sitting on this, praying for this community for longer than some of these children have been alive. Tonight, he was going to watch every single prayer answer itself right in front of his eyes. And pastor, at the edge of the crowd who prayed when nobody was watching, was going to stand in the middle of answered prayer and have nothing left to say except these words. You did it. Young men shall see visions. One was going to stand up, see himself clearly for the first time. One was going to hum a hook he told himself he wasn't feeling and ask a question he wasn't ready for. What's my vision? And one was going to show up late, hood up, telling himself he was just walking through. He wasn't just walking through. The Spirit doesn't miss, not even the ones at the edge, not even the ones who came in late. Joel said, afterward, after the hard seasons, after the prayers that felt like they hit the ceiling and stayed there, afterward, God showed up. Not in a cathedral, in a courtyard, with folding tables, string lights, and potato salad. Worship Young had already gotten into twice. Tonight, the sons prophesy, the daughters rise, the old men dream, and the young men catch the beginning of a vision they don't have words for yet. Joel 2 and 28 said it would come to pass. It's about to. The revolution ain't coming. It's already in progress. Desires faded, a bullet to the heart. Shadows of unmet needs stretched and dark. Gurning and yearning, sometimes hard to bear. Footprints in the sand show one pair. Alone and dark, sometimes it appears. Stages of need with no volunteers. Going through wilderness like a pioneer. So. Desires faded, a bullet to the heart. Shadows of unmet needs stretched and dark. Gurning and yearning, sometimes hard to bear. Footprints in the sand show one pair. Alone and dark, sometimes it appears. Stages of need with no volunteers. Going through wilderness like a pioneer. Dark shadows that bring fear. Weight of pain suffered over the years. Silent cries that nobody hears. Unfriendly world without friendliness. A void in life that leaves emptiness. Where love is not transmissible. Scars of pain are still visible. As praise set the tables down.
Miss Wilma, the tables are up. Do you want the chairs facing the stage or each other?
Facing the stage, baby. This is not a dinner party. This is a gathering.
That's right. There you go, honey. That's right. That's all I want. Oh, Lord, 22 years of walking these same grounds in the gardens, and it still surprises me, Lord, what you can do this courtyard, and it's a little faith. Help me, Lord. Worship, y'all?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Get your hands out of that potato salad now.
I'm just checking it, Miss Wilma. Make sure it ain't nothing poison in there.
Why, I checked it this morning. Get your hands out.
Just giving you a second opinion, Miss Wilma.
Praise appears.
You want me to go get him, Miss Wilma? I'll get him.
No, baby, the Lord is just still working on worship, like us all. We all getting there, though. We getting there. Lord, let tonight be for you, Lord. Every table, every light, every soul that walks through that entrance, Lord, not knowing what they walking into? Lord, fix it, all of it.
Settled, knowing, like a man pulling back a curtain. Somebody has to set up the chairs. In the garden, that somebody is always Miss Wilma Jean Wilson. She had been up since 4 in the morning, praying, planning, moving, and in that order, always in that order. The tables had to be level. The lights had to reach the oak tree. The food had to be covered until it was time. And Worship Young had to be kept away from the potato salad for at least another 2 hours. 2 or 3 was achievable. Now, Praise Young, on the other hand, was built for moments like this. If you give that girl a task, she becomes the most reliable person in a 50-foot radius. Miss Wilma had a vision for this courtyard that only she could see, and she wasn't stopping until the chairs matched it. Even the chairs. Wilma Jean Wilson had been property manager of the gardens for going on 22 years, and she makes that known every day. She has seen this courtyard in every season, broken seasons, hard seasons, seasons where she prayed over these grounds like the ground itself needed to hear it. And now, standing in the middle of everything, she has set up with her own 2 hands, getting ready for this annual Community Revolution in Progress meeting. She looked up the way you looked up when you want to make sure heaven is paying attention. She didn't call it an event. She called it a gathering, because events end, gatherings become testimonies. And one thing about it, Miss Wilma was going to pray. Lord, let tonight be for you. Every table, every light, every soul that walks through that entrance, not knowing what they walked into. All of it, yours, she prayed. The string lights are fully on. The stage is set. The folding chairs are filling up. Garden residents are arriving in waves, families, elders, kids, running, neighbors who haven't spoken in months, somehow standing next to each other like it's natural. Juan and Maria walk in with George and Diane. George has his hand in his pockets. Diane is already looking everywhere at once.
Mama, it's so pretty in here.
Diane says.
It is, baby.
Maria responds.
Who did all this, Mama?
Miss Wilma did it. She did it for us.
That sounds about right. Miss Wilma loves us.
George is quiet, looking around. Something in him is already feeling the weight of the night. He just doesn't have the words for it yet.
You good?
Juan asks George.
Yeah, Pops. I'm good.
He responds. Juan looks at him one moment longer than necessary, then nods.
Yeah, okay.
Across the courtyard, Oscar and Mary arrive with Worship, Praise, Imani, Elijah. Worship is already scanning the food tables before he is fully through the entrance. That boy is always hungry. His eyes is locked on the food table.
I wonder if that's the potato salad from this afternoon.
Don't!
Says his twin sister Praise.
A man can't even ask a question.
Worship says under his breath.
Maria, this is beautiful.
Mary says.
It really is. Miss Wilma outdid herself.
Maria responds.
She always does.
Mary says. They stand there together for a moment, watching their kids scatter into the courtyard. Quietly, Maria says.
How's Oscar?
Mary responds.
He's good. He's real good. You know how men are. They don't say much, but you can see it on them.
Smiling, Maria says.
Juan's been walking a little taller since the gathering was announced.
Oh, Oscar has too, but don't tell him I said it.
Elijah walks beside Oscar quietly, steady, moving his eyes across the courtyard like he's taking inventory of something only he can see. Oscar speaks.
They really did something to this place.
Elijah responds.
It was always supposed to look like this.
Oscar looks down at his 10-year-old son.
What you say? Nothing, Dad.
Elijah says. Oscar watches him go. Something in his face shifts, not quite understanding, but feeling the truth of it anyway. Imani and Diane find each other immediately. The natural pull of two girls who are 1 year apart and already know each other from the courtyard was natural.
Diane, did you see the stage?
Imani asked.
I saw it. Is Big So-So really coming?
Diane asked.
My mama said she was.
Imani said. Imani! Diane excited.
I know, Diane!
Imani with the same excitement response. They disappear into the crowd together, already choreographing something neither one of them had been asked to choreograph. Wilma moves through the arriving crowd, greeting, directing, and receiving. Miss Wilma, this is something, says one of the garden residents.
It's just a gathering. Come on in, baby, fire people. Make yourself welcome,
says Miss Wilma.
I haven't been outside in 3 weeks, Miss Wilma. Something told me to come on outside tonight,
says another neighbor.
This wasn't something. This was some way,
responds Wilma. She keeps moving, keys catching the string light, the courtyard filling up around her. James arrives last, slow, deliberate, making his way to his bench at the edge of the courtyard. Michaela and Nancy close in on him. Michaela speaks first.
Hey, Mr. James, you didn't have to walk all the way out here.
James, already sitting on the bench, responds.
I've been inside too long.
He looks out at the courtyard, the lights, the people, all of it.
I wasn't gonna miss this,
he says. Nancy sits beside him, Michaela on the other side, the three of them looking out at the gardens filling up with life. Nancy speaks.
It's a good night, Mr. James.
Yes, it is, Miss Nancy. It's a good night.
James responds.
it's a really good night.
Now, my people, I need you to understand something about this moment in the garden. Open up. Because what's about to happen in this courtyard on this Friday night, under these string lights, check it out, didn't start tonight. It started in a little apartment, building C, 3rd floor. The one with the busted hallway light in the hood that nobody ever fixed. You know. It started in a little apartment. Building C, 3rd floor. The one with the busted hallway light that nobody ever fixed. She'll never forget. It started with a girl who used to sit in this very same courtyard. Right here. Where we on a concrete step. On a Friday. With nothing. But a notebook. And something burning so deep inside her. She came back. She couldn't even sleep. She didn't have a label. She didn't have a stage. She didn't have anybody telling her that she was going to make it. Nobody was there. What she had was a woman with golden keys who prayed over her like she already knew. Most of all, she had God, the garden. The pastor. The gardens knew what she had. Michaela. She had an elder that sat on a bench and looked at her the way wisdom looks at potential. Recognizing something the girl herself couldn't even see yet. But he spoke life over her. What she had was the courtyard. What she had was the garden. Knew each other. What she had was her community. What she had was revolution. And it was in progress. Right now. But tonight, they was going to see that progress right here in this courtyard. Under these street She had a God who doesn't waste what he plants. You know. Now, that girl, she left the gardens. She took every prayer that was ever spoken over her life in this courtyard. She folded them up, put them in her chest, on the tablet, right next to her heartbeat. Sure did. And she walked out that gate with a vision. And the world tried to tell her that where she came from, she didn't believe what they were saying. It was a ceiling. She trusted God and only listened to his reach voice beyond and what she saw. That was a lie. She used it as a floor and threw it on the floor. And mocked it. She wrote. She created. Yeah, she produced. She composed. Like the woman with the she sang. Blood, she built. Everything that was in her turned out to be bigger, much bigger than anything that was around her. Yes, Habakkuk said, write the vision, make it plain, so that the runner can run with it. And, she wrote it, she made it plain, and baby, she ran. Yes, and tonight, on a Friday night in the gardens, in the hood, under these string lights, in front of every person who prayed for her, her name
and put her name before the heavens.
My people.
Everybody who knew her
My people.
and knew this moment meant something.
My people.
She was coming home.
Yes, she was.
So when DeMarcus looked at her, he knew it. Domer knew it. Mayhem knew it.
The gang.
Lay Down knew it.
The entire gang.
Dulo knew it.
Tim Jr.
The pastor knew it.
Imani.
The Youngs knew it.
The
The
church.
Hernandez knew it.
The
But
community.
tonight, we're going to let you know it.
You, the audience.
I need you to understand what you are witnessing. This is not a concert.
Have an ear to
This
hear.
is not a performance. This is a testimony
A vision.
that learned how to sing.
Made plain.
This is Building C,
Big So-So's home.
Apartment 7.
Her hood.
Walking back through the gate
Her
it
community.
came from.
A revelation.
It gave
Her
back
people.
what the Gardens
My
first
people.
gave her.
Uh-huh.
Her voice,
Stand on your feet.
her vision,
And give
her
it up.
proof.
And this
Gardens,
is an encounter.
get ready. Because what was in her is about to fill this entire courtyard. And it is bigger than anything that was ever around her.
So Gardens, my people, give it up. Big So-So.
Write the vision, make it plain. Run with it through the sun and through the rain. It ain't luck, it ain't no game. Write the vision, make it plain.
They said nothing grows in these buildings made of stone. I was 14 with a notebook writing all alone. Domer's crew was looking good then. Couldn't find a friend. I knew the Gardens was my beginning. Now my end looking like I had no place. I made a decision, so I ran a different race. What was in me was bigger than what was around me. Inside of me was a better me, not a victim of this ruthless society. So I ran a different race. My home was looking like I had no place. So I wrote the vision, I made it plain. I ran with it through the sun and rain. It ain't luck, it ain't a game. Write the vision, make it plain. It ain't late, it's right on time. Every struggle, every grind brought you here to claim what's mine. Write the vision, make it plain through the sun and the rain. Write the vision and make it plain. Run with it through the sun and rain. Write the vision, make it plain.
Write the vision, make it plain. Run with it through the sun and rain. It ain't no luck and it ain't no game. Just write the vision and make it plain. It ain't too late, it's right on time. Every struggle and every climb brought you here to claim what's mine. Claim what's mine. Write the vision, make it plain through the sun and rain. Write the vision, make it plain. Run with it through the sun and rain. It ain't luck and it ain't a game. Write the vision, just make it plain, make it plain.
Broke the cycle for my mama, for my blood. Built it from these courts, from the concrete in the mud. You got something living in you bigger than this block in the street. Write it down, run with it till the vision's complete. He's up on the bench dreaming after all these years. Women holding keys, every prayer removing fears. George and Tim, I see every one of y'all. The Gardens didn't break us, the Garden broke our fall. Write the vision, make it plain. Run with it through the sun, through the rain. It ain't luck and it ain't no game. Write the vision, make it plain, yeah, and it ain't too late. It's right on time. Every struggle and every grind brought you here to claim what's mine. Write the vision, make it plain through the sun and through the rain. Come on, y'all.
Write the vision, make it plain. Run with it through the sun and rain. It ain't no luck and it ain't no game. Just write the vision and make it plain. It ain't too late, it's right on time. Every struggle and every grind brought you here to claim what's mine. Claim what's mine. Write my vision, make it plain through the sun and rain.
Once again, this has been My People, and that's exactly what you are, my people. This has been episode 3, Prophecy, and this is your girl, Sophia Robinson, also known as Big So-So. Until next time, stay blessed.
Desires faded, a bullet to the heart.
Shadows of unmet needs stretched and dark, burning and yearning, sometimes hard to bear. Footprints in the sand show one pair, alone and dark, sometimes it appears. Stages of need with no volunteers, going through wilderness like a pioneer. So desires faded, a bullet to the heart. Shadows of unmet needs stretched and dark, burning and yearning, sometimes hard to bear. Footprints in the sand show one pair, alone and dark, sometimes it appears. Stages of need with no volunteers, going through wilderness like a pioneer. Dark shadows that bring fear, weight of pain suffered over the years, silent cries that nobody hears. Unfriendly world without friendliness, avoiding life that leaves emptiness, where love is not transmissible, scars of pain are still visible. Desiring love will leave